Hi, Aviv. Good to see you on the call. How are you?
Great, Ravi. Great to see you today as well. I'm great. Thank you.
Good. I know we've all been working from home and trying to make the most out of this next round of um, staying and working across geographically distributed teams. Good to see you today on the call. I wanted to catch up with you as the CTO and the co-founder of the company. You've done a beautiful job of building a business across the globe, a business here in the US, business in Singapore, and then also growing our business in Japan. So I wanted to catch up with you. You've spent a lot of time with customers and partners, Aviv. So what are you seeing as some key trends in cyber, especially with the organizations trying to move from more of a reactive posture to a proactive focus, Aviv?
Yes, actually, that's a great question. I think that probably until 18 months ago, or a couple of years ago, most of the enterprises that we've been talking with, they said, look, we want to have, they had a detection mind approach. I mean, they said, I want to have the alerts, I want to see the incidents, and I have a SOC team and they will react. And I think with the trend of EDRs and MDRs and XDRs, we also seen the trend of organization looking again for more modern but preventive solutions. They said, look, I cannot really cope with those tons of alerts, even when someone may be automating some of it for me. And I want to, sleep well and know that this is being prevented, and not necessarily I need to react. I need to make a decision. Then I might even slow the business, cutting off a network, a laptop, or a server somewhere, in the world. It's not necessarily a great thing for business. Probably that was serving something. So that's definitely a trend that we're seeing recently, that customers saying, hey, I want to find a preventive technology that do that stuff for me.
So true, Aviv. Especially, I just came out from a conversation with a partner this morning, and we're hearing this theme consistently of remote working is here to stay, collaboration is here to stay. More and more companies are opening up their websites to interact with supply chain partners. And in all of this, right, you seeing how companies are trying to collaborate using content, digital files, exchanging them, uploading them, downloading them. There's all this use of files. I like the role that you're in as the leader of the technical focus for the company. You get to shape content disarm and reconstruction as a category, right? So what are one or two things that you're doing from a vision standpoint technically to drive content disarm and reconstruction in the marketplace?
Yeah, so I think there are two major directions. One is that organization, as you mentioned, remote working is here to stay, probably. It was actually rushed the digital transformation to the cloud, as you mentioned. Processes that went, through digitalization pretty fast. That means that they're no longer accepting documents, sometimes via email. They have their upload portals. So there is one technology kind of catalyst there. And the second one, that they're all moving to the cloud. So one of the things I see, and this is directly tied with Votiro's offering and future offering, is to how to solve that business problem of security with cloud applications that organization digesting data from outside in a preventive way, so they can really onboard those digital systems, cloud-facing portals, even the Zoom, Teams collaboration, where you can exchange documents. Even that is something that is relatively new, But this is also something that was impacted by the trends of the last couple of years. So allowing the business to collaborate with the latest technology, cloud technology, I think that's the business problem that we here in Votiro solving now and focusing for the next year and couple of years.
You've been in this role for quite some time. What role do you see machine learning and natural language processing sort of help with the content discernment reconstruction as a technology?
So that's an interesting question. I think that the AI and machine learning, that's a beautiful model when you have a relatively good understanding of what is the, I would say, the world that you're playing with. When you're talking about content, the problem that is, it's huge, almost endless. Okay, so determining whether content is safe or malicious, it's really hard to be done by AI and ML by itself. That's why we here in Votiro, we also integrated our deterministic model, understanding what is a good content based on specification, based on behavior of the business, and not necessarily by natural language processing, which is only can be supportive to those kind of decisions.
Got it. So Aviv, just to have some fun, you've been working both at home and also in the office in Israel. What is your work desk must-haves when you're working from wherever you are?
So that's a great question. First, I have this mic, which is relatively new, but I found it really helpful having a better conversation. And of course, probably I need only two things here. I mean, along with the keyboard and stuff, but this is a pen and a notebook. A Votiro branded notebook, because the ideas that I have, I'll immediately sketch them. And I like the feel of a pen on a paper. And that makes me really feel that I'm creating something, because I have those ideas written right into the notebook.
I love it. Old school, man. I love it. Can you tell us one thing that we didn't know about you as a person?
Yes, of course. So I think that being an entrepreneur, you need to have two things. Well, you need to listen very well to your investors, to your customers, to your colleagues, and to customers, of course. And you need to react. And sometimes you need to react fast. And I think that after a few years in that space, I found out that there's kind of a theme of improvising when I'm going into shows, into calls. And I took that to say, okay, let's think more about improvisation, but have fun of it. So I'm participating in improvisation classes and shows. So improvising on stage, going on a stage, and actually I don't know who we're gonna be, what character I'm gonna play, what I'm gonna say, what I'm going to feel, and I need to react. So I'm kind of writing 50% of the script, and the other party writes the 50% of the script on the spot. So I think
wow, that's awesome. So you're going to be in improv stand-up in a few years. Wonderful.
Maybe, yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, Aviv, for the time. Looking forward to a fantastic 2022 as we build off of the performance the company had last year, building out an ecosystem of partners and technology providers, and helping organizations in that focus on zero trust content security. Thanks, Aviv.
Thank you very much, Ravi. Have a great day.